guys? This is DemonCast 14, back for a third part with this guy right here, Wildlands Tech and Entertainment. Didn't actually think we'd be doing 3 parts today, but
No, we didn't. Not at all.
hey, this is more content for you guys, but either which way. So, one thing that's really been on my mind recently is just the overall aspect of just content in general. Now, as of recently, like I discussed in, I think it was part 1, I took a really big hiatus, just like he took a hiatus from YouTube. And really, it just came down to the overall aspect of content in general, because time frame mixed with work just didn't allow for anything good, at least for the both of us, him in his own situation, me in my own situation, for putting out content. Now, he's got some stuff behind the scenes. I've got some stuff behind the scenes going on. Some of the stuff that I've been working on has already been released. That's actually one series. I have another series behind the scenes already started. I've got 2 episodes down. They just need to be edited. And then basically I've got DemonCast rolling here. 3 episodes with him. Well, 3 casts, however you want to put it. And then also behind the scenes, I have probably 4 other projects that are basically going to be working. The one I already just mentioned with the 2 episodes already made, and then 3 others on top of that. So I've got 5 things going, including DemonCast, all at the same time as of right now. And that's a lot of work for me, I know that, but what about for you? I mean, anything you want to share, or just got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes?
Not really. Just right now, the only thing I have in the works is as I said, I want to say the first episode, the new series. By the time this episode releases,
It'll be through 3 weeks out. This episode will be
the very
released.
first episode of the series should be released. I do have my own podcast in the works with Spark as to how we're going to do it.
Spark is not only a friend of his, but a fellow teammate, or team member, I should say,
Yeah,
of his, for his content.
If any of you guys actually have watched any of my streams, I do VRC lives, so I want to say I might end up actually making a video out of one of those so you guys can see it. But
stream highlights. That's
yes,
a good thing.
he is one of my moderators for my streams. He is a mod in both my Discord community, and he is also the main person that I do content with. But yeah, I am currently working on a podcast. I'm not too entirely sure how I'm gonna do that yet. There still is a project that is still currently on hold just because I just don't have the money to pull it off yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my boat.
Your boat project?
Yep. My boat project is I have a shell of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have anything else to go in it. Actually scratch that. I do technically have most of the stuff to go in it. It's just I don't have the motor. I'm not about to dump 10 grand on a brand new motor. And I can't find a motor that would actually do what I want to do without, either buying something that's an ancient pile of shit and can't find fucking parts for it.
Yeah.
Or buy something that is newer and beat shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only, my dad has a way of finding shit, but it's just anything that is decent as of right now, I can't afford. Because the market for that is through the roof in pricing. So that whole project is on hold until I can find something. Then I'll probably put a whole entire series of putting it all together. Game-wise, I have zero idea. It's kind of like one of those things where it's just kind of made up on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
But once I get back into the swing of actually doing my YouTube, it should become fairly easy. One thing I do want to get back into doing is my Assassin's Creed Shadows series. But that's neither here nor there as to when that's going to happen, because I currently have the 7 Days series going.
Mm-hmm. So, as for this weekend, it doesn't look like 7 days for me for my streams is going to happen. But that's not necessarily a problem because that allows me to focus on the 4 other projects that I got going on, which the one has already came out. It's already on my channel. It's the Thief Simulator VR series that I've started, which I've got that going. And then on top of that, I've also got 3 other game series that I'm going to be doing. One I've already started. That's already started. And then 2 I still have yet to start, which the ironic thing is out of one of the 2 that I haven't started yet, there is one that I know for a fact he will absolutely love to watch, which is going to be surprising because he generally doesn't have the time to watch any of my content. So once that releases, I'm guaranteeing he's probably going to make that a must. Like, he'll probably clear some time in his schedule just to be able to watch that because I know he likes that game.
What?
Oh, I'm not going to say. Why would I tell you that? Why would I put that out on there? Everything's a surprise.
If it's what I think it is, I might actually. I might.
Yeah, yeah, he might.
It's the aspect. Even it's a game that I played before, but I got rid of it because I couldn't get it working.
No, it's not the same game.
It's not the same one.
No, it doesn't sound like it anyway.
No, because
I doubt it.
Because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Maybe. I mean, it from what
PDFR.
Oh, that no.
I still want to fucking play that.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I can't fucking get it working.
I can't see. My whole thing is with the way these laptops are, because we have the same laptop. He knows what I mean by this, and being how different a laptop is from a desktop. I mean, you can make them in a sense sort of do similarly the same thing. I mean, granted, from what he's told me, this laptop is supposedly more powerful than the first desktop, or the first tower desktop that I had. Supposedly more powerful.
It is.
But my whole idea is, with how limited I technically call myself, which to me, in my eyes, it's not necessarily limited. I just like how simple it is. I don't like running a whole lot on my laptop, especially when I only have the screen of the laptop and that's it. I mean, granted, I do have this big thing right here as that's actually a 43-inch gaming monitor. Yes, a gaming monitor. It's not a TV, that is a gaming monitor, which this guy actually bought for my birthday a year ago. Not my most recent birthday, but the birthday just before that.
Yep.
He bought that for me for my birthday. So it's like, I could use that as a secondary screen, but then there's also the aspect that just the wear and tear that it would put on the hardware of this laptop.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't harm it, but for me, looking at it the way I do, and even he knows this, I like simplicity, and just the way I do either my content or my recording or my streaming, it would not work out for what is compatible with me doing gameplays off of the games I have on my laptop or on my Steam, so to say. But just going back to the end thing in general about content, a lot of stuff for me anyway, I can't speak on him, but generally a lot of stuff for me comes down to the aspect that it's generally a surprise. Like, people weren't expecting it. Like, I released the mini bike video when we made that first
I still
video.
haven't gotten to dealing with that yet.
I made that video, and that video came out, and it's just like, it's one of those things nobody was expecting it. And since it's been out like a little over a month, it's got 30 views. Compared to other stuff like games that I made, like Space Marine 2, or any other just regular videos like a vlog.
One of the biggest...
That video has more views on it than most of my other videos. I mean, granted, doesn't have hundreds of videos like a couple of my videos do, but it's just one of those smaller videos in the aspect of like how popular it is. It literally has more videos than a general vlog I've done, and I've probably done about 5 vlogs, and it's got more views than that.
One of the reasons why I think that we're not actually getting the views that we should is because we're getting to certain types of content and types of videos
It's
way later than what it actually became popular at. Like some of the shit I do,
mm-hmm.
I'm like was popular like 3 years ago, but I'm just now getting to doing it because of
That's
how
also
late we are into becoming content creators.
that's also not necessarily a bad thing because I have seen people do videos on certain like, well, in this case we'll do games. I literally have seen people do videos years after the game released and after other people have done uh playthroughs on it, and their videos are still very successful. And it comes down to the aspect that people, from what I've seen watching a lot of those different viewers or uh creators doing games, is it just comes down to the aspect people like seeing different reactions. That's what it comes down to. Like, I'm only making the choices doing the playthroughs that I want to do as playthroughs is because, for one, I know it's going to be entertaining to me. Two, I know there's a specific audience that I'm targeting with doing these. And three, it proves my uniqueness on just the content that I want to make. I mean, granted, going back to content, this right here, for anyone just listening to the podcast, I've got a notebook in my hand. And this is a very special notebook because this notebook is probably like 1/4 inch thick. And just this notebook alone is just one project. And you might be thinking, a 1/4 inch thick notebook? That's a regular 8 by, what is it, 8 by 11? Is that
8 by 11, 8 by 12, something.
Yeah, a regular notebook that has 8 by 11 paper and it's 1/4 inch thick. That's just one project. Now, I'm not sure when this project is designed to come out, but I know once it does come out, it is going to be something that nobody has expected. And the ironic thing about this project itself is even before I thought about becoming a content creator with either YouTube or streaming or TikTok or anything like that, that project has actually been in the work. Nobody even knows this, not even you. That project has been in the works for years. And the reason why is because there's a specific thing about it that you have to build up over time that you can't just do either overnight, in a few weeks, a few months. You have to work on it for years. So, yes, if that truly tells you guys something, that's something he doesn't even know about, and he's my best friend. I've known him for 12 years. He doesn't even know how to make heads or tails of that. But in due time, when that project finally releases, you guys will fully understand what I mean by it takes years to actually build up to.
Let me put it to you this way. I know a lot of shit behind the scenes that was what he does. I'm telling you right now, wherever the fuck he has planned, he's kept his mouth shut even to me. And I usually hear about some of his projects weeks, months before even you guys hear about it.
This isn't a project I've made known at all. Matter of fact, this project is going to be so far out of left field coming that it's probably going to, I don't even know how to describe it. What would you want to say? Break the bank? Like, it's going to be so glass shattering to be like, what ticked him off? Like, holy shit. It's going to make headwaves just in such a way that nobody's going to expect. And I think that once that time comes, like, I'm going to put this out there. With what that project is, I'm not going to be the best. Am I going to be the worst? My goal is to aim to not to be. But just so that way everyone's aware, speaking on what that little secret project is going to be within the coming years, like, my whole idea is I'm not going to be the best, and I'm not going to walk or act like or talk like I'm the best at doing it, because let's face it, I will never be. And for what it is, for what I can say that the project is going to be, at least how little I'm going to describe on it, when the project releases, I'm going to do it not only coming out of left field, out of nowhere, but I'm also going to be doing it far differently than the normal person doing it would. And basically, what that means is, generally speaking, you have an idealized specific length of videos that comes with this type of project. Mine is probably going to be about 4 times longer than the average, and that's just the initiation of the project being released on my channel.
Now, here's my question for you: how long have you already been working on this?
Literally, like I said, years.
You've already been working on this project for years?
Yes. It's not something that
Is
has
it something I've even remotely that you've talked to me about before?
Nope.
Like, it's not anything that you've anything to do with shit that we've talked about before.
Nope.
Okay.
This project has probably been the most secretive project that I have in the works. And like I said, there's a very specific reason it takes years to work out. And that's because it takes a lot of like building up of skills to do so. So,
and this has nothing to do with the tiny house.
No, has nothing to do with that. Not at all. Not one bit. My goal with this project is at least to hopefully have everybody enjoy this project, including you. Like, that's my main goal in the end. But also at the same time, like we said, we're not here to target everyone. I mean, would I like to hopefully have this project specifically target everyone? Yeah, but it's not reality. So I'm not going to walk into it like it is reality.
Yeah, like, my type of content that I do is, see, I do tech, gaming, IRL shit, like hiking, RC cars, fishing, all the way to my VRC lives that I do because I just don't like doing IRL lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something I just don't like doing. In most cases, I might start doing them every now and then, but like the vast type of content that I do, I don't do it because I want to appeal to everyone. I do it because I brought this up before. I know for a fact I brought it up to you. I'm just not entirely sure if I've ever brought it up on the very first DemonCast I was on. And that is the aspect that I took a quote from someone you know. I'm not going to name names here, but if you guys know, you know. And that is, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, because he said it in one of his videos.
Mm-hmm.
I took that to heart, and I actually apply it to my own videos because I want to grow a community that is not just there for one niche.
This real quick, the same person that he's quoting is also the same person that, I don't know if it was this one or the part 2 that me and him just did. Literally, it's the same thing. Like I said, if you buy followers, you're just fooling yourself. Because if ain't nobody listening, you're just fooling yourself. Same person said it. Yeah. Same person.
I look at it as that, like, you never know.
Matter of fact, that was actually a remix, but that was besides the
point. When I say you never know what you're going to get, I mean because it changes stuff up. I do my content in a way so the people who actually enjoy what I do are always getting something different, something to keep it spiced up. So they're not just getting the same, recycled rerun content. To me, the recycled rerun shit is literally the same as Call of Duty. Literally, the past 5 Black Ops have been exactly the fucking same game. So
the only 3 that are actually good
were the first 3.
No, not even that.
Well, the
third one was trash. The only one after the third one that even came out that was even close to 2 and 1 was 4. That's the only one. Every other one except 1, 2, and 4 is trash, and that's just Black Ops.
Yeah,
those were the only 3 that were good.
It's literally the same thing. It's just recycled rewrite. It's the same fucking game. I'm not gonna put out the same fucking content. It just makes logically no sense to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that rate, you're just proving that you can't actually make content. You find out something that works with you, okay, and you just stick with it. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I want to build a following that enjoys having something different to watch every day.
Yep.
Like, do I like certain channels like Jay's 2 Cents? Jay's 2 Cents is a channel that I watch religiously for PC content, stuff like that. See, there are only certain types of channels that can actually do that properly. Because it's a constantly changing market as to what he's in. So he's able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Most people like myself, you can't do that. We can't get away with doing that because the type of field that we're in and where our follower base is doesn't allow us to do that because it's going to quickly get stagnant.
Mm-hmm. See, the funny thing about that is the way we choose to do content, especially for YouTube, it's actually a contradicting thing, especially with the way the algorithm is designed now. The whole freaking search engine optimization.
It forces... If the search engine optimization forces the searches to people who are already well established, fucking over people who are like myself and you.
That plus the search engine optimization algorithm is designed to target very specific genres. So basically saying it only specifically targets one genre at a time. Well, for people like us that are mostly multi-genre channels, that's kind of hard to do. So basically, we're at the point where we had to accept that when we put out content, we're relying on the aspect that the algorithm is just going to algorithm how it algorithms, and whatever attention we get is just what we have to accept.
Exactly. That's the reason why I switched over to doing TikTok as my main. Mm-hmm. Not because, see, here's my thing. Wild West Tech Entertainment is a YouTube channel, not a TikTok channel. I was forced to build my community elsewhere other than the main source of my content. That's the reason why I took the hiatus from posting on YouTube, because I wanted to build a large following first and then start pushing them over to my main platform being YouTube.
Something I had to build it
backwards.
Yeah. Something I would like to point out. He said Wildlands Tech and Entertainment is a YouTube channel. Keep that in mind. He said his is a YouTube channel. Me, I'm Camo Demon 78. Me, I am a person doing stuff based around my life. Big difference in uniqueness.
Yes.
Okay? So keep that in mind when either watching us or both of us or whatever. So me, again, Camo Demon 78, I am a person. I videoize and make content on me, myself, and whatever I find interesting. Him, he goes based off of it being channel descriptive content creation. So meaning it could not only be his life, but stuff he wants to help people out with, reviews or tech related stuff, or like whatever else.
Right now, I'm in the process of helping like 4 different people build computers.
Yep.
Yeah, like if sooner or later.
Also, something that needs to be put out here. That's not a business of his. Okay, he does it with specific people that is in his personal life or however he does it. It's not a business, so don't contact him asking, because it's not for everyone. Eventually,
it will become business.
Just not right now. He is going to be doing that. He's only doing that with specific people. So please, we ask, do not blow him up on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that.
The only time I see, here's the thing, you have to be part of my Discord community for me to be able to do that. But also at the same time, you have to prove that you're an actual, legit, decent human being for me to be even willing to help you out do that kind of shit. Because I just don't help out everyone. It's not something I do.
You do it once, you're being nice. You do it more than once, then it's starting to become a little bit of a hassle, especially given his time. You do it more than twice, then you're business. he's not at business status yet. So don't
Eventually, I will start charging.
Yeah, he'll start charging for it. So don't sit there and blow him up demanding or constantly asking. 'Cause he's just going to decline you and just move right on and probably block you at that. So I'm just going to say this now. Don't even bother trying to ask him. Unless you want to do it the correct way and take the long route to have him help you, go about it that way. Or do it your own way, or wait until he makes it a full-time business. Until then, just basically either leave it alone or do it the right way. That's all we ask.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. I just had a brain fart.
But nonetheless, so
yeah, back to the whole uniqueness of just doing content. Like I said, content for me anyway is just like we described. It's constantly changing. I mean, we had the series going on that we have going on right now, but also at that same time, you're also looking at that it will change. Like, just because we have one going on now, don't think that you might see it twice. There's a slight chance you may see the same series twice, just in a different format or a different type of way or a different end result. Especially like when it comes to video games, they make them to where you have different outcomes, different endings, and different dialogue choices. So some stuff like that makes it so that way you could end up going with a secondary playthrough, but don't count it as something that's firm. I mean, like we said, we change content constantly, and basically we're people that if you see it twice, you're lucky at that.
See, here's the thing. I have not put this out there at all because I have not posted anything on my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So this is some behind the scenes shit. I know for a fact, at bare minimum, the new series I'm working on will be at least 8 episodes long. Minimum. Because of the type that we're actually looking at. I'm not trying to say I'm actually following what Neebs Gaming is doing. I'm just taking inspiration from them.
Funny thing
and kind of following along the same, kind of within the same ballpark of what they're doing, because I like how they do it.
It's actually funny that he mentions Neebs Gaming, is because I religiously watch Neebs Gaming. Like, they're my number one form of content, like, even out of movies and television, everything. I literally shout out to you guys, Neebs Gaming. Astro, Simon, Neebs,
Dude, they're fucking amazing.
Rest in peace, Thick 44, Human Man Warrior.
Every time
I texted him. I was texting with him the night I found out. I literally had tears in my eyes when I read the post that Thick 44 died. That was the most devastating thing I found.
He was I'm gonna be dead honest with you. He was one of the, I think Abstro and Thick were like the backbone of Neebs Gaming.
They're all the backbone.
Well,
regardless of how you look at it.
Yeah.
Without all of them, Neebs Gaming wouldn't be what it is today. I mean, those guys literally came from a background of originally trying to do acting. Sad enough, they failed at that. Then they started doing animation. They absolutely killed it at animation. Duralius and Associates, oh my god. Freaking, they did a little Call of Duty mini-series, like 6 episodes of animation. That was absolutely amazing. Freaking Astro, Johnny Esco, for anyone that knows what I'm talking about, he did a lot of animation back in the day, like over 10 years ago. And like within the past 5 years, did some animation on his YouTube. Absolutely amazing work. And then once every one of those guys got together and did Neebs Gaming, I believe it or not, it's actually funny because I found Neebs Gaming probably between 2016 and 2017 with their GTA 5 playlist of all their videos that they were doing. And I watched a bunch of their videos, and I thought, these guys were awesome. And then I forget what happened, but I steered away from them. Don't know how I did it. But then all of a sudden, one day I realized, I was like, wait a minute, what was that YouTube channel that I watched? And I started looking up uh, GTA videos and all this. And then I was like, wait a minute, wasn't that Neebs Gaming? And I clicked back and I typed in Neebs Gaming to the search bar and I found their channel. And they had over 1 million followers at that time. And I started watching their videos. I'm like, these guys are fucking insane. I was like, I love this. I was like, subscribe. And every day since, I watch at least one of their videos a day. I don't even care if it's going back watching reruns. I watch them religiously. There's times I'll literally go back and rewatch their GTA 5, I think it's mods and fun playlist that they have on their YouTube. I watch it all the time. It's got like 91 videos. The freaking content that they made in that series was just so amazing. And then, that's not it. They, and literally shout out to them and their team, whoever edits. I know sometimes they edit their videos themselves. They do an absolutely amazing gaming cinematic content masterpiece. Like, that is their specialty.
I have never figured out how they do it.
Yeah, exactly. They literally do games like GTA, 7 days, and just other stuff like that. They get angles and cinematic angles and stuff like that in their videos.
You would think it was done by a Hollywood studio.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they do it, and I don't think I'll ever figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I would love to be able to do that in my own videos.
I just
don't understand how they do it.
I honestly think, to be completely honest with you, I think it's because they have a multitude of team members, not just themselves, but also other team members behind the scenes doing editing and work and all that, that they just probably have like 8 or 10 or more people all putting their minds together, learning stuff, and they
probably also
bringing it all together.
They probably have software running in the background that none of us know about.
Yeah, probably. But they just do an absolutely amazing job at their videos that I don't think I'll ever stop watching them. And even just recently, within like the past 2 years, I think, 2-3 years, they came out with a new channel called Neebs Magic Dumpster. That already has over 1 million followers.
Doesn't surprise me. It's Neebs Gaming we're talking about.
Yeah, so they got Neebs Gaming is the main channel, and then they got Neebs Magic Dumpster. And the funny thing is they were doing a lot of Schedule 1 over on Neebs Magic Dumpster. That series is just so freaking hilarious, it's not even funny. But a lot of their series is just so freaking hilarious, it's not even funny. I can't even begin to describe not only the effort they put in, the way they do it, the way they create different types of content for the same game. I mean, literally, 7 Days to Die, they've been with since like the beginning. They've basically been tied to the Fun Pimps playing 7 Days to Die. Now, I don't mean tied to the Fun Pimps as in like they know what goes on with the devs. Like I'm sure they probably talk to somebody.
Yeah, they probably have some insight into the game.
They probably have some insight. Not nothing we'll probably ever know about as viewers, but they played it. I'm pretty sure they played it since like 2015, like since they started out in each game. Like they have just so many different series throughout all the alphas. They did a modded series of it. And actually, I think they did 2 modded series of 7 Days to Die. And just their crew is just absolutely amazing. They were the ones that inspired me to go get my first gaming PC, especially through Zydex PCs. Zydex is a great starter, but if you want something more custom, building it yourself is the way to go. But if you prefer simplicity, I will always say Zydex is the way to go. They offer an amazing lifetime warranty that you cannot find anywhere else.
And no, this isn't sponsored because...
No, not sponsored at all.
No, like
we both had Zydex PCs, our very first PCs. We were both very happy with it. The only thing is they were limited to our needs, so we had to move on, obviously. But starter PCs for anyone out there, if you're listening to this and you want to get one, go check out Zydex. Again, not a sponsored video or not a sponsored anything. Just very happy and pleased with their service, happy and pleased with their lifetime warranty, their parts and everything. You do pay a little bit more, but that's because of the way their marketing works. That's how they make their money.
Yeah,
So,
they don't charge a build fee, they mark up parts.
Yeah, there's no build fee, they mark up parts, which
Drastically increases the price of the computer. Well,
Yeah.
you know that right now. Like, what would be like a $1,700 PC, you're going to pay about
Mhm.
$25.
but it's worth it with their lifetime warranty. And to clarify, the lifetime warranty sustains within the lifetime of the PC as long as you take care of it and don't damage it specifically on your own. Like, say if you're moving it and you drop it, they do not cover stuff like that. The PC has to physically either
Be damaged just through use.
internally or however one of the
Yeah,
parts
just wear and tear.
craps out, wear and tear, stuff like that. But yeah, it's out of every other company, like there is close seconds and thirds to go with, but Zydex is literally like the best bang for your buck, especially being you're getting the lifetime warranty.
Me personally, I will always, at being the tech person I am, and even he will back me up on this one, I will always recommend building it yourself.
Yep.
Because of the aspect that you're in. One, you can actually build it directly to the specifications and what you are going to do with it.
Yep.
Two, the aspect that it's actually cheaper because of exactly the reason why we said. Because most of these people, companies that will say, oh, hey, there's no build fee, it's because they're marking up the parts.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I said, and something that would be like a $1,700 build will end up being about $2,500.
Yeah.
So you're actually saving money.
Mm-hmm.
And at that rate, also, you're not having to worry about voiding a warranty if you want to, you want to put more RAM in it, or if you want to upgrade stuff, you're not voiding warranty.
Basically, pre-built companies like that are more for people that just don't don't have an interest in tearing apart your stuff on your own, or if you just don't feel comfortable doing it, or if you just have the preference to be simple, like hence myself, and just would rather have somebody else do it. Like those are basically what those companies.
Now,
are
also
for.
do note, modern PC components, you do not have to worry about damaging them like old components do. Like, say, Windows, like the era of Windows 7 and older, you did.
That was a while ago, so keep that in mind.
Modern PC components are basically just Legos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really can't screw them up.
You just got to be extra careful with some parts. Like installing RAM, I've seen people snap off RAM sticks.
That's because they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, they're doing it wrong. You just gotta really pay attention.
If you just a little bit, like, I'm not trying to say anyone's dumb or anything, so please don't take me that way, but just a little bit of common sense.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it and just look at the motherboard, look back at the part, look back at the motherboard. Common sense tells you it only goes in one way.
There's tutorial videos all over.
Yes.
If something's not making sense, or if you're looking at it and don't understand, find a tutorial video.
Yep, there's
save yourself the hassle of possibly damaging or breaking something. It's so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me personally, with me doing, like, for example, all this YouTube and editing and all that, like, I've had to go and look up tutorial videos on how some of the software and all that works, especially with recording. Like, I've had to sit there and be like, okay, well, I have all the stuff to do it. Why isn't the quality coming out? Well, apparently you have to dig deeper into it and change a lot of these settings, which a lot of people don't realize. Like I said, I like simplicity, but there's also that certain aspect that simplicity only goes to a certain extent before you have to set things. Now, I like setting things to where I can leave them and not have to mess with them again. That's absolutely great. I just don't like going to a whole advanced setup where you're doing like this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. As long as I can keep it simple to where my time frame basically gets an easy management point around it on top of doing the content, it all works out. But still, in the end, it goes back to that thing. The tutorial videos are there. If you're basically confused on something, there's some way, shape, or form you can find out if you're doing it right or wrong. I mean, like, who's the guy you watch? Jay's 2 Cents?
Jay's 2 Cents.
I'm sure you can find a lot of videos on his channel. He does tech reviews. I mean, not a whole lot right now because we're still up and coming. But as this gets older and a lot more people start watching this, I'm sure he'll have a lot more tech videos out. You can go watch him. There's probably other basic tutorial videos out there. So it's more worth it. Just take the few minutes, go search up a tutorial video, so that way you're not damaging or breaking anything, like we said, and basically you'll be good to go. Anything else you want to add to that?
Not really. Gosh, that entire section's covered.
Yeah, simple, short, sweet, easy. I mean, I think we've talked about all there is to really talk about, right? For the most part. I mean, not anything else I can think of.
Well, actually, there is one thing, and this kind of goes towards something that like it kind of comes down to the people who hate content creators.
Okay.
They look at like there's a group of people out there. It's not a lot, but there's still like they make themselves very, very, very well known.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it in my my live streams before.
Yep.
And I made a video about this, and I had to take it down because
Does not surprise me.
TikTok did not like it.
Oh, trust me, I've already told you what I had to say about something, and TikTok took that video of mine down, and I was extremely pissed.
So, the aspect that there are people out there that do not like content creators. I don't understand it, but they're also the ones sitting there scrolling most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Because
it's a contradicting world we live in, is really what it is.
What I don't understand is why there are these people who will go around to content creators, especially content creators that aren't very large. And they'll sit there and they just don't seem to get it. They're like, oh, well, go get a real job or some shit like that.
We have real jobs.
Now, let me
we can't do this without a real job.
Let me put it to you this way. At bare minimum, half the content creators on the internet don't make enough money to support themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to be like, oh, well, all the content creators I watch, yeah. How many subscribers should they have?
Let me put it to you this way. Not including mainstream, how many content creators do you know about? Mainstream, Mr. Beast. What's that other guy's name there that was like right there with Mr. Beast? He was like the next in line, like they were fighting for the first place spot for a long time.
Oh yeah. It's like right there. Not PewDiePie.
You guys know, yeah, because if you're watching content like us and you understand what we're referencing,
yeah,
Mr. Beast and that other guy, they were in that neck and neck race for the longest time. Yeah, you know what we're talking about. Then you have people like Dr. Disrespect.
There's some shit that happened with him.
Yeah, there was shit that happened with him. I know about that. I Show Speed. He's really popular. Kai Cenat is the #1 Twitch streamer, I believe. People like that.
Yeah,
those are all mainstream.
We're not talking such a small pool. Yeah, they make up such a small, like even Jace 2 Cents, Last Tech Tips, Gamers Nexus, Gamers Meld, Zach Tech Turf, like they're like all these big name brands, household name streamers, content creators, all this kind of shit, only make up maybe like the top like 14%.
Yeah, I watch people like Neebs Gaming, Fooster, IGP. Let's see here. I don't watch them, but I know Neebs Gaming has collaborated with them. Glock 9. People like that. Let's see here. T-Mart N2. Shout out to you, bro. We got the same name, Trevor. So, stuff like that.
Yeah.
How many of those people? That was like what, 6 off the top of my head?
Yeah. Like they're like, see, that's the thing. When it comes to content creators, like only like the top like 15% actually make enough money to support their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do a lot of TikTok creators actually do that? Yes, but they've been doing this shit for years. But here's the thing. That makes up maybe the top 25% of creators that can actually make enough money. The vast majority, like the bottom 60%, have to have an actual 9 to 5 to do what they do. So,
I've got a 4:30 to 3. 4:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. at that.
Yeah. Or like a normal 9 to 5, or in my case, I work 7 or about 6 to 3:30, 6 to 4. Some shit like that. Okay. So when it comes to a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, go touch grass or go get a real job or some shit like that," we do.
We do all
the
that.
Bottom 60%.
There's physically proof on our channels or on our content in some way, shape, or form that literally shows us doing all that.
Yeah, we actually work to support what we do because we don't have enough. We don't make, like, literally. I was just talking with him. Like, I'll be completely honest with you, straight up. In the last 4 months of my streams, I've made $88 off of.
Since I started in January, I literally just showed him, and even he can attest to this. I've made $3.07.
Yeah. We don't make.
Granted, he has had more time to do stuff than me, but still, $88 in like what 7 months is not a lot.
Ever since starting my channel, like started Wildlands Tech and Entertainment, I've only made $88. That's maybe gas for 2 weeks.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that doesn't even cover the cost of everything that I've done.
That doesn't even cost, like, this is the way you got to look at it. And people might say, oh, well, that's a little bit overkill the way to look at it. But that's how you live life.
Yeah.
You got to think about food. You got to think about your shelter that you live in, whether you rent or have your own house. You got to think about the aspect of all your bills. You got to think about supporting basically your side hobby hustle, which is your streaming and your YouTube and how you create all that. You got to pay for your internet. That's a big thing that you got to have too. I mean, that's all the stuff you have to think about that nobody wants to talk about, which makes us unique because we'll actually sit here and talk about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube channels that will not talk about what they actually make off.
When we sit here and make actual content, we talk behind the scenes, real behind the scenes. I mean, granted, you're looking at the stuff I use to record with. That literally, I record with this. I play games off of that. The freaking laptop I'm recording this off of. Freaking, I use that to record and edit everything. I mean, this is my mic right here. I use that for all my gaming recording.
Yeah, like, we're probably one of the realest content creators out here. Like, it almost may not even seem like mainstream content because it's not.
Yeah, because it's not mainstream content. Like, it almost seems like content that's too good to be true.
Yeah, we're more open than most. Like, a lot of content creators will actually try to hide a lot of things we won't.
Most of the content that you see has been so normalized that it's just when you see stuff like us,
more raw.
Yeah, when you see stuff like us, you're just like, should I really be watching this? And it's like, should you really even have that thought process? Because like that's just how different we're trying to be.
Yeah, like you see more like a lot of like sense like J's 2 cents or some of these other content creators where it seems more professional. That's because it's been heavily modified. We don't do that shit. Like, because I don't have the time, nor do I have the will to do that crap. I'd rather actually be more real.
And most content creators have a whole team to do filming for them, editing for them, help with ideas and stuff like that. We're mostly doing, like, me, myself, and I'm 100% doing everything myself.
I have a team of 2 extra people.
Yeah.
No, scratch it. 2 people that will help me manage shit, and a third, and 2 out of the 3 people I have are actually people who do the content creation with me. Yeah. And only one of them helps me do that.
Yeah, that's what he's doing with his. But even then, it's still not enough to make like what you would see mostly in mainstream. And which, again, that's not what we want.
Yeah, because I don't have the money to spend on
even
like the software needed to do all that shit.
Let's face it, even if we did have money, we still wouldn't want it to be like that.
No.
Like, obviously we want the quality and everything to be better.
Like a little bit better.
Like,
cutting. Yeah.
But we're not going to go to that extent. But there's just no reason to.
Back on the aspect that there's a large community out there that will also go on and say, well, being a content creator, that's fucking stupid easy. No, it isn't. Go do it then if it's that fucking easy. Go create the content that you see on TikTok from these mainstream people yourself.
It takes years of research. And if you might sit there and think, oh, well, how do you research for years?
By doing it.
You sit there and watch a lot of people, right, over the years. Like, I can speak for myself. I can speak for him. When you were a teenager, how many freaking different channels and different YouTube videos did you watch?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's your research right there. See, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Your entertainment that you're putting into your mindset, that's also your research. You retain a lot of that knowledge. All you have to do is apply it. Yeah. It's literally that simple.
It may be simple to say that, but then do it is a whole other story.
Well, see, here's the thing. When I say apply it,
yeah,
you have to actually apply it with effort, not actually apply it and be like, oh, well, this is stupid. It's not working out. Yeah, put in the actual effort and the want to do it, then you'll see the result. Exactly. It's that simple. That's where they're not getting the whole gist of it, is because they'll sit there and talk about, oh, it's easy. Okay.
Well, that's here's the thing.
If they apply it, they don't put the motivation and the want forward to do it. They just attempt to do it and be like, oh, well, it's stupid.
So here's the thing, okay? The one thing that is never talked about when it comes to being a content creator, okay, especially being extremely new to it, okay? You not only have to come up with the ideas, you have to maintain all the equipment that you have to do it. You have to be the one to record it, you have to be the one to edit it, you have to be the one to do the thumbnails, you have to be the one to post it, maintain the channel, come up with all the ideas.
And that's talking true independence in a YouTube channel.
You have to wear all these different types of hats at the same fucking time. That is one of the things that is just not talked about.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, why do these motherfuckers sit there and talk shit about content?
It takes hours upon hours. Literally, as soon as I'm done recording this last video with him, this last part of DemonCast with him, I've got 5 videos to sit down and edit. Now, granted, 3 out of those 5 videos will be extremely easy just because of their nature. Can't answer you right now, Pickle Fork. By the way, shout out to Pickle Fork. He just called me on the phone, but I can't answer right now. Anyways, 3 out of 5 of those videos, which the DemonCast that I'm doing right here with him. It's literally going to be chopping a few seconds off the front, the back, adding my intro and outro, render it, and I'm done. Now, granted, do I ever expect anything big to come out of DemonCast? Not really, because it's only specifically targeting the true people that actually want to view or listen into this series. But now, like, my actual gaming style videos or vlogs, it takes a lot of effort to put into those. Like, I have 2 videos sitting there right now. One's about 30 minutes and one's about an hour and 15 minutes that I got to edit down, which is going to take a little bit because I've got to watch through it and I've got to sit there and pick out what I want to keep in, what I have to chop out and all that. And it takes time. And then you got to sit there and fumble with your transitions. You got to fumble with all the other specific edits and editing that you want to do. And it's not easy because you got to also know how to learn editing software too.
Like DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a Hollywood grade, Hollywood studio made video editing software. And which is one of the things that I have the most amount of respect for fucking Neebs Gaming, because
matter of fact, I don't even think they use DaVinci Resolve.
I think they may.
No, I believe it or not, I've heard them talk about the editing software. I'm pretty sure they use Adobe.
They might. Though it's very similar to it though.
Yeah.
Because now think about this one: the amount of editing time that has to go into games like 7 days, because of just the nature of that type of game.
That's why
it makes being a content creator so fucking hard.
That's why I chose to stream it, not edit it as a series. Would I like to do it as a series? I just physically can't do it as being a 100% independent content creator. Like, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. But I don't have the capability of doing so.
like, let me put it this way, like, when I first started editing, it would take, especially, like, doing the, Stalker 2 Hard Chernobyl, the few in the series I did,
Mm-hmm.
which I want to get back to doing, but just don't have the time right now. It took me almost 8 hours to edit one of those videos
Yeah.
because of
Doesn't
how
surprise me.
fucking hard it is to actually learn to edit.
Yeah, well, when you start learning. Like, it takes the longest when you start learning, but once you already have the knowledge, it's a cakewalk.
Even then, a video like that still will take me like 4 or 5 hours to do
Mm-hmm.
to get it the way I want it. Being a content creator is not as fucking easy as people make it out to be, and that's one of the things I absolutely fucking hate. If you're going to sit there and talk shit about content creators, at least do the fucking research into what it takes before you say anything.
It's just laziness. They don't
Also,
have
especially
the
streamers.
willpower to understand.
The hate on streamers is absolutely fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, guys. Marks part 3. I'd like to thank Joker, especially considering his want to be included. What? That was generally a compliment.
I just had to do it either way.
But yeah, if you guys like the content, if you guys like DemonCast, and you like the stuff you see on my channel, like I always say, please consider subscribing to the madness. It all helps out, and I greatly appreciate it. And as for that, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching and liking my videos. And as always, guys, see you guys in the next one.